Art Chrisman is a quality guy, and everything he's done throughout his entire career just reeks of quality, whether it's racing cars, building cars, and he's one of these guys that's capable of doing anything. He started at a very, early age. His father was a mechanic, and so Art naturally got into cars. The family moved to California in 1942 from Arkansas. The first drag race he ever went to was probably 1951 at Santa Ana with a four-door 36 Ford that he competed down there. And of course, he also raced out at the Dry Lakes, at El Mirage, Bonneville. The first time I met Art was probably 1957, and I was just a high school kid. And boy, the 50s was really a great time to grow up if you were, a Southern California kid into cars. In 1958, he was the first guy to run 180 miles an hour in a quarter mile out at Riverside. Back in those days, the drag racing mentality was a little more like Bonneville mentality. The guys were striving to faster and faster and faster. So when Art ran 180, that was a big deal. I mean, nobody had ever done it before. And we just had to go to Compton and and say, hey pal, we're just a couple of kids here, but our hats off to you. And that all led up to the big race at Bakersfield, the infamous March meet in 1959, which he won. And again, I was a 18-year-old kid standing on the sideline at Bakersfield in 1959 watching him win that event. And it was a Woodstock event. Art's racing career really wasn't that long. He was hired by Autolite as a representative, and he served with them for many years. And when he took that job, he had to curtail his actual racing. While he was with Autolite, he serviced every form of motorsports. You could give him a spark plug, and I guarantee he'd tell you what you needed to do. Rich, lean, too much this, too much that. You talk to anybody out there, they'll say, well, when Art Chrisman told you you needed to do something based on what he saw, you did it. And still has that reputation today. Art's always been a very humble guy. He's not going to blow his own horn. You'll never see that happen. He loves what he does. He loves the people, and the cars that he has created, whether they're race cars or street rods, they're the best. They're the absolute best there is, and he loves to compete, whether it's again on the racetrack or in the construction of cars. But I'll guarantee you, there's not a person out there in the hot rodding world that will not hold Art Chrisman up to the very highest level. He is the ultimate hot rodder.